All right, here we are going to talk about outliers today on daily lesson 34. And you probably are familiar with the term outlier. Again, an outlier is a person or an item that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. All right, they are different from the rest of the people or things in a group, and they just really don't fit. So, we're going to talk today about the mathematical definition of a numerical outlier. And we have some new terminology here, and it isn't going to be anything that you can't handle. But mathematically defined, an outlier is a value that is greater than the third quartile value plus 1.5 times what we call IQR. Now, IQR, that definition is what we call the interquartile range. And to find that, all I need to do is take the range, the difference between the highest value, Q3, and Q1. So Q3 minus Q1 is the interquartile range, IQR. So if I have a really large number, a number that is above the upper quartile plus 1.5 times the interquartile range, any values above and beyond there would be a large outlier. And then a small outlier, a really tiny value compared to the other values in the data set, would be less than the lower quartile minus 1.5 times that interquartile range. So we're going to look at two examples similarly to what we did on daily lesson 33. And we are going to go through and review finding the 5-number summary. And then today we're going to take it one step further and determine if any of those values in the data set are mathematical outliers. So the nice thing about example 1 here is notice that all of the 2, 4, 6, 8 numerical values, they are in increasing order already. So I am going to, again, list the 5-number summary: minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and the max. Minimum is 10, maximum is 42. I am then going to cross off until I get to the middle. And I've got two numbers, 23 and 25, so the number in between those, 24, would be my median. I am now going to find the lower quartile, Q1, which is the median, the middle number of the lower half. So I'm going to go left of the median and cross off. Oh, I got two 21s here, so 21 is the number in between 21 and 21. And then above, I've got 25, 42, and then 26 and 28. In between those is 27. Okay, so here's my 5-number summary. The next part here is to determine if I have any values that are greater than, above, Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR, or below Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. So we need to find IQR, the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. So in this example, Q3 is 27, minus Q1 is 21. So I've got IQR is 6. Okay, so now I need to see, 1, are there any values that are greater than Q3, which is 27, plus 1.5 times my IQR, which is 6. So are any values greater than 27 plus 1.5 times 6 is 9? Do I have any values that are greater than 36? Yes, I see 42 is an outlier on the big N. Why? Well, because in my list of numbers, 42 is greater than 36. So that would be a large outlier. And then I also want to check, do any values fall below Q1, which we said was 21, minus 1.5 times that IQR of 6. So are there any values that are under 21 minus 9? Are there any numbers that are smaller than 12? Looking here, yes, there is one. 10 is smaller than 12. So I would have two outliers in this data set, both the smallest value 10 and the largest number 42, because those values are 42 is greater than 1.5 times the interquartile range above Q3, and then 10 is 1.5 times IQR below the lower quartile. So that's the process, not terribly difficult. Let's take a look at our second example here. Again, we are going to first see if these are listed from least to greatest. They are not. It looks that way to begin, but we've got 47, 49, and then it looks like a 52, a 55. Oh, let's get another 5 in there, Atkinson. 55, a 59, and a 61 and an 81. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll find the minimum, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum. Minimum 47, max 81. We'll find the median by crossing off. And again, box it up. 55 is my median. Now I'm going to find the lower quartile, which again is the middle number left of the median. So that would be 49. And then the upper quartile, the middle number to the right of the median, is 61. So here is my 5-number summary. I am then going to check for outliers. Again, I'm going to find first the IQR interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1, 61 minus 49, which is 12. So I'm going to check first, do I have any individual values that are greater than the upper quartile, 61, plus 1.5 times the IQR, which is 12. 1.5 times 12 is 18. So are any numbers greater than 61 and 18 is 79. So do I have any numbers greater than 79? Yes, I do, 81. So 81 is an outlier here. And then I'm going to check on the low end. Do I have any individual values that are less than Q1, which is 49, minus 1.5 times 12. 49 minus 1.5 times 12 again is 18. 49 minus 18 is 31. Do I have any numbers smaller than 31? No, I do not, since 47 is my smallest. So 81, there's only one outlier, and that would be the number 81 in this data set. There you have it. Outliers defined and calculated.